Okay, surprise. Hi. So I did not expect to be back on tonight. So sorry if I caught everyone by surprise. Thanks, Ange. I just watched the controversial video and I wanted to come on. Hi, Dustin. I'm so glad you're here. I almost messaged you before I came on. So I just watched that video. Which, hold on, let me see. I don't know if Facebook, if YouTube will let me. Did it come on? Can you guys see that? So there it is. Okay. And I have to say, I am surprised at my reaction, guys. So bear with me here. First of all, you know how I feel about Colette Baron-Reid. Hate the fucking bitch. Okay, but, oh, good. Hold on, Cascada. I want to make you a moderator here, too. Okay, but you guys are going to kill me. Okay, there are some things that I was like, oh, come on. But remember who I am, okay? First of all, Libra. I want everybody to get along and I want everything to be in balance. So it's hard for me to go, okay, but you know, I'm still me. So do I still hate Colette? Yes, but not for the same reasons that other people might. Okay, so the controversy is this. I am going to just skim over some of the details. This woman had a whole hour video about the new Goddess Power Oracle deck that came out. And CBR is Colette Baron-Reid. So her point is this woman that posted this video. Her point is that she apparently was a big follower of Colette, which I am not, never have been. I'm a follower of Jenna, her artist, but not Colette herself. I have always thought that Colette kind of comes from an ego-based place and not in love with her. Never have been. But I love Jenna's art, that's what's important to me. So, but this woman, her point is that she was a big follower of Colette, that she got this personal reading from her. And she tried to say that Colette did not know anything about Kali in August of 2017, I think she was talking about. When hi, Jen, my soul sister. Hello, sweetheart. So she tried to say that Colette Baron-Reid did not know anything about Kali when she did her reading, which was August of 2017, I think it is. I'm sorry if I have the date wrong. I can't remember because Mercury, if it was 2017 or if it was last year. But then she started coming out with talking about this deck, the Goddess Power Oracle. And she said, thank you, 2017. She said that a healer had gotten hold of her and told her that Kali wanted to be in the deck, and that Kali had said that men created the image of Kali that we see with the blue or black face and the red tongue sticking out and the skulls around her waist and all that kind of stuff. And that she didn't want to be depicted that way. And wanted to be beautiful or something. That part of it. But two things. One is, if that story is true, then that healer, to me, I don't know, maybe she got her wires mixed up and it wasn't Kali, maybe it wasn't. But the other possibility there is that this healer got a vision from someone claiming to be Kali and blah, blah, blah. And I have a hard time because some of this is like appropriation stuff, right? So we've talked about, yes, exactly. They are blue or green for a reason. They, because as this woman was talking about, this woman who did this video grew up half Hindu. And so she says, she talked about, thank you, Marin, welcome. She talked about Kali is blue or black because it's supposed to be as you look out into space and you see the infinite knowledge of space and stuff like that. So made a whole lot of sense. I've actually watched several videos about the blue gods and goddesses and that kind of thing. That I don't want to get off track because I can very easily. There was a great Hindu teacher that actually had this great video that I think Vamo or somebody posted in our Facebook group, but it was a great video. So the woman addresses in her video that Kali has a skin tone and symbolism that she does for a long list of reasons. Exactly. Yes. So yes, the cultural appropriation. Yep. That CBR is a charlotte. Absolutely. And I'm still, here's the thing. It didn't change my opinion of Colette Baron-Reid that much. Really didn't. I haven't liked her for a long time. Especially, yeah, when she was like, oh, 9 arms or 8 arms or whatever she has. She obviously didn't do her homework about Kali. And she did. And again, she tried to say, hi, Zach. She tried to say that she had a personal relationship with her before, which you could tell she did not. No idea, yeah, how to pronounce any of the names and that's my problem with all of that is that the appropriation behind it is as disturbing as it ever has been. But I don't think that's a change. She also mentioned that Aphrodite is a black woman in her deck. Did she? Yeah, she's never done her homework. She has always to me anyway, she's always kind of faked her way through stuff. Yes, the goddess deck, Erica, the power goddess oracle. And so to me, it wasn't really that big a change. The thing that this woman, though, is claiming is not all right either. Because at least if you follow what I believe, which is if it works for you, it works. Because I would never, here's the difference is, first of all, I would never come out with a deck from someone else's culture. So I would not come out with a deck that had Kali in it because that's not my culture. I didn't grow up with that. Have I connected with Kali on certain things? Yes, the energy of Kali I have connected with. But I would never say that I channeled her. Now I have, Hecate is a different thing. And, some of my Celtic goddesses are a different thing. But I would not profit from someone else's culture. So I think that's the disconnect for me with Colette Baron-Reid, among other things. The fact that she doesn't give Jenna any credit at all drives me crazy. But apparently in this deck she did, which of course now I'm like, oh great, she did in this deck. And why would she make Aphrodite black? The images of gods and goddesses represent the culture and geographical area they originated from. Absolutely. But again, that piece of it to me is like, if you know Colette Baron-Reid, and this woman claims to have been like a Colette Baron-Reid follower and loved her and stuff. So if she loved her and she actually knew Colette Baron-Reid, this shouldn't have surprised her. It's funny to me that it seemed like it was her culture, so suddenly she went, oh, wait a second. This is wrong. And I kind of, to me, that's a little disingenuous from her, because Colette has always done that. She's done that with everything she's done. I never for a minute thought when she came out with any other deck she's ever come out with, the goddess, the one I like is the Avalon. The Mists of Avalon deck, which is not the Mists of Avalon, but I can't quite see it over here. But yeah, lots of her cards are way off from what culturally what they would be. She may not have seen it or been ignorant to it until it had to do with her heritage. Exactly. And that was, to me, it was like, okay, I can tell you're very upset, and I get why, because it's cultural appropriation and she's profiting, which is kind of, again, why I couldn't stand her to begin with. Yes, and she said that she's not meant, this was not pulled from the myths of the culture. So it was, which is, to me, just is what? The myths are central to the goddesses, right? She wanted to make a diverse deck, so it was just thrown in there. Yes, exactly, which is disrespectful. But again, I hate to say this, but Colette has always been like that. Always. She does that with every deck she's ever made. Which is, I have a lot of her decks, and I'm like, huh, okay, that's pretty. I can look at Jenna's images. And again, I always call them Jenna's decks, because to me, I just really love Jenna's artwork. I haven't read one Colette Baron Reid book. So that's part of it, is because I think I tried to once and I was like, yeah, this is crap. I'm not reading this. Hi, Phoenix Rising. I do feel like she was just trying to let everyone see the goddesses within themselves. Yep, exactly. And that's my, my thing with it. I know her from what you have said before, right? That's my thing with it, is that I really like Jenna's artwork. And so what did you think of her brief mention of Jenna's reaction to her? Okay, now here's the other thing. I don't know if all of you know this. I know she has talked about it, though. Jenna is going through some really huge personal things right now. Her son actually has a brain tumor and needs to have brain surgery, and he has a GoFundMe account to try to pay for some of this brain surgery and all that. She has a ton of personal shit going on right now. Does that excuse the fact that apparently she got back to this woman and said that you're just jealous of the deck, or you're just jealous of the money, or you're just jealous of the deck or something? And to me, I'm like, wow, really? Because Jenna's not really like that. I can't ever see Jenna getting back to somebody and saying that. So all I can think of is, I mean, this is a newly posted video. All I can think of is, oh, the poor thing. I hope that this woman didn't get a hold of her when she's in the midst of all this stuff with her son and think that she was going to get a response back that was really thoughtful. Because if it were my son, I don't know why she's reading emails. I would never respond to anybody about anything in the midst of all that. I'd be like, yeah, business stuff, whatever. I don't give a shit what's going on. I want to see all the emails. Yeah, I know, right? Me too, Dustin. I have to say, I would like to see the emails too. And even then, if Jenna did say that, I'm kind of like, yeah, she's going through a whole lot of shit. Now, if it was before, like, she found out about her son and stuff, but she's known about her son for a couple weeks now. At least, you know, knew that something was wrong there and stuff like that. So, barely gets credit for her. Yes, absolutely. And I love Jenna's art. So I know I'm a little bit biased probably towards Jenna anyway. Cause I adore her and her energy. For me, her energy has always been awesome. I would point out that a fierce female is beautiful. Yes, absolutely. And I thought that too, Leela. And I was like, wow, how funny to me that you think that Uh, well, first of all, and again, it goes back to some people think there's black magic and light magic. Yeah, I don't see it that way. I think we all have both in us. So I don't think destructive power is a bad thing. And it seemed to me like that's what Colette was saying, like that destructive force was somehow ugly or bad or not dirty or anything. Yes. And well, I don't know if the emails were. Why did she wait so long to come out with this video, this woman? If her emails are 2017, you're talking like a year ago. Why is she just now coming out with this video? What, didn't it just come out, or did I look at the date wrong? Because it is Mercury retrograde. Oh, because the deck came out, and so now she's, yeah, all right. I can see that. From what she said, the end of it was the end of last year. And that's possible. And I would like to see some of that too. Honestly, it may not even have been Jenna who answered the email. Yeah, right? That's true. Hay House and Colette have a huge team. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, which is funny because when I want to get a hold of Jenna, I don't email her. I hit her up on Instagram usually. Hey, how's it going? Praying for your son, this, that, the other, whatever. Yes, the emails were before that. That's true. And again, Hay House has this huge team, I'm sure, for them. Who knows if it was even Jenna that really got back to her. Not that should excuse that. Mystic Shaman deck, and Jenna is given credit on the box and in the book. Yay! You even like the book? Ooh, I haven't read not one book. Jenna is a Colette Barron's Reads artist. She does, I believe, 99%. I think there's one deck that Colette did without Jenna. But Jenna Della Grottaglia is a Colette Barron Reads artist. And she, for years, has had little to no credit for the artwork that has made Colette Barron Reid famous. Usually on her decks, it's this teeny tiny lettering at the very back bottom corner, and she doesn't mention anything about Jenna. So it has bothered me forever. I really like the deck, compared it to the Divine Feminine one and the Doreen Virtue one, and it's completely different with only a few overlapping goddesses. That's cool. There are two other authors in that book for that deck, though. Oh, is there really? Now, I did feel that the point about the bright eyes was kind of an, oh my God, really moment for me. Yes. Yep. Me too, Leland. I thought, yeah, that's pretty ballsy to take a Hindu goddess and try to make her more beautiful by giving her blue eyes. That's not at all supremacist. that was pretty ballsy. You know, hopefully in this day and age, a lot of us, no, I'm not going to say it. I won't say the POTUS's name. Not going to bring it up. Anyways, hopefully in this day and age, we have gotten to the point where we think that beauty comes in all colors, all sizes, all shapes, all everything. Yes, that was a little right. Exactly. Yep. People buy decks for the artwork, not the book. Exactly, for sure. So I still have a problem with Colette Barron Reid, but it's, you know, I always have. So it didn't really change my opinion on her very much. I don't think, I've never thought she was real. She's consistently ridiculous. Right. Yes, that's true. The Vampire Tarot, except with Y, isn't it? VAMPYRE. Without an artist, yeah, there's no deck. Exactly. And I feel the same way. And I feel the same way about Jenna's art. And it would disappoint me if she wrote back and just said, you're jealous. Come on. That's a weak excuse. But we all have those bad days. I think sometimes when our ego is hit, I know for me, that is so insulting. Absolutely. For me, if my ego is hit, I don't always come back with the way that if I have a chance to sit down and think about it with the way that I would want to have come back. Which is, you know, I've talked before about my anger problems. There are times where I kind of go off on people that I really should not have done. And I will say very hurtful things that I don't mean at all. But, you know, our ego is a terrible thing, and it has its moment to rise and strike if you don't catch it before you speak. And that's not an easy thing to do. And when you've put your heart and soul and work, when your work, Jenna loves her work. And so her work is her life. She puts her heart into that. So I can see when you have somebody that comes at you like that and says, how dare you do this? And that first reaction might be, well, you're jealous. Screw you. You know, again, does that make that right? No, not at all. But this woman, I don't know. I don't know what I feel her pain. Her pain is real. She grew up half Hindu. So absolutely she has pain from this. It's funny to me that she thinks that it wasn't there before, you know, and I just am like, yeah, of course she did that. She's been doing that right along forever. And yes, I did agree with the reversal concept that I would not personally go for the opposite. If a goddess would work with a different goddess. Hold on, Mercury's getting in my way. Yes, but it seems Jenna's Mercury. The reversed idea from what the goddess stands for. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yes, absolutely. And yes, Zach, I see what you mean. And exactly, that's a personal thing. And I think because it's hard for me because I liked Jenna's work before I found Colette Baron Reed. So I know I'm a little biased on Jenna's side because, like, I adore her work. So to me, I don't connect the two of them because I've never looked at Colette's books because I know what to expect from them. Oh, that's not true. I guess I probably have at some point because I formed an opinion. And once my opinion was formed, have I given her another chance? No, not at all. But I just, yes, exactly. Not the first goddess or god deck to do that. That's right. I listened to her videos. She knows her goddesses. Yes, on her videos, she's starting to teach about them. Are you talking about Colette Baron Reed or this woman that posted this video, Caroline? And what was the other point? Dustin, what did you say that I was like, oh, yeah. The reversals thing is, oh, yeah, not the first goddess or god deck to do that. That's true. And I think if we're going to start standing up for gods or goddesses, reversals should be a big no-no in any culture. Exactly. If we're going to start standing up for this stuff, awesome. Let's do it. But we need to do it for all the cultures. It's not just the Hindu cultures or the one that Queen Osset did a review on, and I was like, oh hell no, I'm not buying that one. That was the same thing, the most recent goddess oracle to come out right before that, which was horrible. And for the same reason almost, that it was, I mean, other than the artist or the Dark Goddess Oracle. Yep. Absolutely. It's even weird in decks like the Angelarium deck. Oh, see now, angel reversals are strange to me as well. That's a really good point. Now, I'll tell you, Dustin, that because I don't know the Kabbalah, when I look at the Angelarium deck, I don't know that what the original is supposed to be. So to me, it's a gorgeous deck to me, and I don't see it like that. And so I wonder if when I am looking at Jenna's decks, which I have always called them Jenna's decks because Colette can bite me. I don't think I connect to the goddess through her decks. I connect to whatever energy I'm pulling from it. Which is why I have to say, other than the Avalon deck, I do not use any of Jenna's decks. As much as I adore them, I don't use any of Jenna's decks when I'm in professional reads, ever. Ever. I think maybe the Avalon deck, but that's the only one. And that deck is not the same. That was like a long time ago deck and not the same at all. I love Jenna's art. Honestly, the art is beautiful. And it's just that I think Colette was too interested in getting away from the traditional depictions, right? And I have to say, to me, because goddess and god are entities of energy, that I feel called to connect to that energy. Sometimes it's hard for me to, like when people talk about culturally appropriating by connecting to a goddess that you did not grow up as. Like I know voodoo and hoodoo, Maddie always talks about he has a hard time sometimes because people are like, you did not grow up into voodoo. How dare you try to practice that? And I always have a hard time with that because to me, I'm connecting to the energy that I feel a connection to. I'm not pulling their culture, out from something I don't know. And I wouldn't do that though. And so to me, I'm connecting to an energy, that I feel that energy and I feel a connection because I know that goddess deals in that energy. So when I connect to that, I'm not trying to pull their culture. Which I know, again, the appropriation line is pretty wavy sometimes. So it makes it hard. CRB even said, Hay House came to her to make the deck, right? The only CBR deck I've ever liked was Postcards from Spirit. Oh, that's funny. Isn't that the ones with hardly any pictures on it, I think, right? I think they are trying to replace the DV. Yes, because of her controversy, because of virtue. Absolutely. She had an issue with CBR about how the goddess came to her and said she doesn't want to be portrayed how she usually is. Yeah, but the goddess didn't come to her. From what she said, the goddess came to this healer. And I was going to look up this healer and find out who this healer was. Because I agree that I was like, well, that's really weird. But she specifically said she didn't come to her. She went to this healer who then came to her and said the goddess had come to her. So that was like a roundabout way of not taking responsibility of that. I hate Mercury. Just saying. That's a really, truly roundabout way of not taking responsibility. She did say that, yeah, her name. And I wanted to go back and look her up and find out who this healer is. Because she almost said, she said the healer's name and she goes, she's with, and then she changed it kind of and said, oh yeah, she's a great healer and blah, blah, blah. She didn't say who she was with. Retrograde. I love that, Ange. Retrograde. The goddess came to me and said, this is some hot tea, right? Exactly. Yeah, for sure. She said, yes. I want to go back and find out who that goddess is for sure. Thanks for stopping by, Missy. Yeah, absolutely. Guess she didn't need an artist for that one, right? Yeah, to me, it just furthered my disgust of Colette anyways. It didn't change my opinion at all. And this woman, I could feel her pain. So I'm not saying she's wrong in feeling the way she is, but it took her culture being appropriated, being misused before she saw Colette for what she was. So it just kind of like, well, did you expect different? I'm not sure I mean, she talked about how well, Kat, you just scared me. She talked about how she wakes up in the morning, or she used to wake up in the morning and check Colette's site and all that. I've never even been on Colette's site. Well, I don't know. I don't care who she is. I can't stand her. And so it just, for me, the issue of cultural appropriation was that she was lazy. Yep. And just showed she didn't care. I appreciate her wanting to be inclusive and everything. Yeah. But you got to do your homework. If you're going to try to profit off of another culture that isn't your own, at least find out, why is she blue? Why does she hold that destructive power? What is it about it? I mean, it does kind of seem like she, listened to this healer who got a vision from Kali, who said, I don't want to be ugly anymore, which we all know, yeah, no, that didn't happen. And if this healer thinks that happened, she's wrong. It was not Kali. I think she paid off Google. Can't find anything on CBR except for stuff she's written. Really? You're kidding. That's funny. That's funny. In the book, they said 8 arms instead of 4. So I can see how she was upset about everything, right? I think the woman in the video had put CBR on a pedestal. Yes, exactly. And that the impression that I got too was that she was very genuinely hurt by it. And it's too bad. It's kind of a sad thing when our idols, fall off their pedestal so hard that suddenly she saw her maybe for what she was, because suddenly it was her culture that she was being an idiot about. And I guess because I've always thought she was an idiot, it didn't hit me that hard. I'm like, yeah, no kidding. She does that. Can't stand her. Again, I love Jenna's art. And I think probably this is so bad. I don't know if I've ever admitted this on my live. I don't think I use Jenna's oracle cards as oracles for the most part. I just look at the pretty pictures because I probably should just put them up and frame them all over the place because I love them as pictures. I don't use them for oracles very much. I'm a collector. Not a hoarder. I'm a collector. Yeah, when it comes to being cultured and spiritual beliefs, you just can't go in and wing it. Yeah, that's true. There seems to be a trend to want to make everyone and everything soft and gentle. Yeah, but Miss Culture and Life are just not like that. Absolutely, Lori. Absolutely. We don't use the H word here, right? None of us do. No, I don't know what that is. That is why, that horrible deck, what the heck is it called? The Tarot of the Night deck. It's the same thing with that. What an awful deck. Who the hell thought that was a good idea? To put sleazy, scantily clad, skinny white women in every tarot card for Tarot of the Night. That is just the worst deck ever made. Besides, I have to say, besides the Dark Goddess Oracle, they could be twins. If you like that deck, you should get the Dark Goddess Oracle to go with it because it's the same sleazy white women, scantily clad, just with goddess names. I mean, both of them are equally shitty. Do you have the Chronicles of Destiny fortune cards? Why does that sound so familiar? Chronicles of Destiny fortune cards. I don't think so, Dustin. How terrible is that? I don't think so. Pictures are always most important. Yep. I'm not familiar with the artist and CBR decks, but I think from an artist perspective, the original Kali would be far more interesting, right? I would think so too, for sure. There's so many bad decks out there. Yep, like the Beautiful Creatures Tarot. I know. I have that one too, and I probably won't get rid of it. How bad, how bad is it that I keep a deck because I love the purple edges. I love the purple edges. That's terrible. Oh, I know. I know. I love the purple edges. I've never once read with them, ever. Oh, it's just awful. I'm going to have to look them up now. Chronicles of Destiny or cards. I'll have to look them up. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to come on and put my 2 cents in. You just got a copy. You like them a lot? I'll have to look them up. But I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. I just, I know people were like outraged. And to me, I was like, yeah. To me, it just was the same old, same old. I love you too, Jen. I miss you terribly. I just haven't had the time to, hang with you as much as I want to. I'm just going to put out a blank deck of cards, but it's going to have iridescent rainbow edges. I will buy that deck, Zach. Oh, I know. I mean, just write sucker right across my forehead. I'll buy it. I almost... Oh, what's the deck that recently came out that has the gorgeous holographic rainbow backs? So pretty. You turn it over, though, I don't like the cards. So I have somehow managed to not get them. Because every time I'm like, oh, look at them, though. They're so pretty. But as soon as I turn them over, I'm like, yeah, I can't do it. No. Not, although the marshmallow I haven't gotten because I have the first edition, which doesn't have those pretty backs. So I should get the marshmallow because I actually like that one. But it's definitely an independent deck too, though. What the hell's it called? I can't remember. Luminous Spirit. That's the one. Yes, Lambie, that is the one. Because, oh my gosh, the backs are gorgeous. But I am not doing it. I am standing strong. I am not doing it. Because every card that I've seen, I'm like, yeah, not so much. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. All right. I adore you guys. I'm sorry I'm coming on again twice in one night. And this was an impromptu. But I had to put my 2 cents in because I'm a big mouth. And you all know I hate Colette Baron Reed. I have for a long time. You just got it? Oh no, Lanaby, did you really? Are the front, are the back, like the actual cards as bad as I think they are? Yes, that's the one, Jen. Don't do it. I will smack Mama Squirrel if she buys this. I know, I'm trying. How have I, well, Emerald Moon, I'm back and forth with my Reiki master, and I am still gonna figure out how to go. I'm just trying to bust my ass to get there, because it's $575 and I'm not getting any taxes back. That means that I have to really, really work hard to get it in there. So I'm actually putting some stuff up in my Etsy shop. I'm gonna, we're making a couple altar kits, and I'm I'm trying to do as many readings as I can, and I might come on and do more readings. And I'm working on, because I really feel like the time is right, and I keep saying to my Reiki master, I'm gonna figure it out. And she's like, okay, if we have to do payments or something, I don't want you to not come because of the money. So I'm like, okay, I'm going. I know, Jen, I got boxes lined up. I feel bad. Financially, it's been going in the crapper. I bid on a lot from Goodwill, and I wasn't paying much attention to the shipping. I ended up paying too much. Oh, no, really? All right. All right. Zach, thanks for stopping by, honey. Get a reading from Jenna's worth. Thank you. All right. I love you guys. And I have to go to bed. Holy crap. I got to work in the morning. All right. You guys be good. And I love you and many blessings. And let's just try to get through Mercury. We'll get there together, right? Yay. All right. Love you guys. Night, night, night.